Assalamu alaikum. Texas sends migrants to New York. They get a warm welcome, but life there is tough. New York, a white bus with Texas plates has just pulled up outside the Port Authority bus terminal in Manhattan. The men and women on it have just finished a 30-hour non-stop bus ride from the Mexico border and have arrived hungry, tired, and some in need of immediate medical care. It's a hot Wednesday morning in early August, and the rush hour traffic has clogged the city streets outside. Bienvenidos a Nueva York, a small crowd of city officials and relief workers cheers, as TV cameras and photographers crowd around. This is the scene at one of the bus arrivals from the Texas-Mexico border, as Gov. Greg Abbott shows his opposition to federal immigration policies by sending them to Washington, D.C., and, more recently, to New York City. Some migrants want to come to New York, others say they've been forced or tricked into coming here by Texas officials. They have become the most public face of a political back and forth between the state of Texas and New York City. They're part of an increasing number of asylum seekers who have been coming to the city from the U.S.-Mexico border this summer. While city officials and volunteers have stepped up to give the asylum seekers a warm welcome, the migrants' journey can still be rocky once they arrive. New York's shelters are, however, already overstretched, and not only by new immigrants. Capacity is low and New York's affordable housing is limited. Some migrants have encountered difficulties with translation and city bureaucracy during the intake process, and have felt unsafe as they arrive. NYC's Mayor's Office of Immigrant Affairs Commissioner Manuel Castro says he wants to hear about any problems people encounter, and that city officials are working with a growing group of charities and nonprofits. What's important is that those families are connected to us, so that we understand what were the challenges that they've faced, Castro says. And we can adjust appropriately. Activists want New York to do more to improve housing problems and meet asylum seekers' complex needs, but activists call for more work to be done. Ariadna Phillips, an organizer with South Bronx Mutual Aid, says the city should do more work to improve New York's deep-seated housing problems and to make sure asylum seekers' complex needs are being met after already experiencing harrowing journeys. People say this is the capital of the world, so we're going to act like it, Phillips says. If everybody else says that they can't handle these conditions, then we're going to step up and be part of the solution. The state of Texas has continued to send buses without sharing arrival times in advance. As migrants, volunteer groups, and city officials in New York City continue to adapt, they're watching the political back and forth play itself out on a deeply human level. Courtesy NPR.